The text came in at 9:30 on a Tuesday morning. Group chat. 25 people. My entire extended family. Your share for the lake house renovation is $9,800. Please Venmo mom by Friday. Thanks, everyone. No question mark. No would you be willing. Just a bill. For a house I didn't own. For a project I never approved. With a deadline 3 days away, I stared at my phone. What do you do when your family treats your bank account like a community fund? When can you help turns into you owe us? I'll tell you what I did. I opened my laptop. I pulled up a folder I'd been keeping for 12 years. 47 files. Every text. Every Venmo. Every promise to pay me back next month. They wanted me to chip in? Fine, I'd chip in the invoice. Before we go further, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there. I'm curious. And hit that like button, because you're going to want to see how this plays out. Let me back up. I grew up as the responsible one. My younger sister, Jenna, she was the creative one, the free spirit, the one who needed protecting. I was the one who worked 2 jobs through college, who got the finance degree, who landed the stable corporate job at 23. And the moment I had a paycheck, the ask started. Can you help with mom's car? The transmission went out. Just $4,000. We'll pay you back. I said yes. Jenna's wedding deposit is due and her credit cards are maxed. Can you cover $5,000? Just until her tax refund comes. I said yes. Dad needs dental work. Insurance won't cover it. $2,400. You know we're good for it. I said yes. Every time it was an emergency. Every time it was temporary. Every time they'd pay me back next month. Next month never came. But here's the thing. I work in finance. I was trained to document everything. So I did. Every Venmo I screenshotted. Every text asking for money I saved. Every promise to repay I filed. Not because I didn't trust them. Because I trusted the numbers more than I trusted memory. By the time that lake house text arrived, I had 12 years of data. A spreadsheet, color-coded, with conditional formatting that turned unpaid loans red. The whole thing was red. 47 transactions. 3 categories, medical, bills, emergencies. And 1 column that never changed, repaid. Every cell blank. I thought I was being kind. Turns out I was building evidence. 20 minutes after the group text, my mom called. Hi, sweetie. Did you see the message? I saw it. Great. So the lake house needs a new deck and the kitchen's falling apart. The contractor quoted us $29,400. We're splitting it 3 ways. You, me, and your father, and Jenna. I paused. Jenna's paying $9,800? Well, no. Jenna's got the kids. She can't afford that. But she's contributing what she can, sweat equity, you know? She'll help pick out the tiles. So I'm paying her share. You're paying your share. You use the lake house, too. I haven't been to the lake house in 2 years, Mom. Her voice got tight. That's your choice. But it's still a family asset. And family takes care of family. I could hear my dad in the background. Is she on board? Mom covered the phone. Muffled talking. Then she came back. Look, you're single. You have a good income. Jenna's got 3 kids and a mortgage. This isn't a big deal for you? What about the $5,000 I lent you for her wedding? Or the $4,000 for your car? Silence, then. Those were different. This isn't a loan, sweetie. It's an investment. In the family legacy. I need to think about it. The contractor needs the deposit by Friday. If we lose him, we lose the whole summer season. She hung up before I could answer. 2 minutes later, Jenna texted the group chat. Don't be selfish. We all use the lake house. I didn't reply. By Wednesday, the extended family group chat was on fire. My aunt posted a screenshot of her Venmo payment. All set! Can't wait for summer. A cousin I haven't spoken to in 3 years chimed in. Paid mine yesterday. Family takes care of family. Another cousin, same, so excited. Every message was a little knife. Then Jenna posted again. Some people forget where they came from. My uncle liked it. My dad sent me a private text. Your mother is very hurt. This isn't like you. Call her. I felt it rising. That old familiar guilt. The voice that said I was being selfish. That I owed them. That if I had the money and they needed it, what kind of person says no? I called my best friend. Don't give them a cent, she said. You've given them $50,000 over a decade. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am being selfish. Or maybe you're the only one keeping score because you're the only one who's losing. I hung up. I opened the spreadsheet again. I started adding medical, $11,200, bills and rent, $14,600, weddings and emergencies, $18,400, Jenna's down payment help, her car repair, her credit card bailouts, $8,200. Total, $54,760. My hands were shaking. None of it repaid. Not $1. I didn't build that spreadsheet in one night. I'd been keeping it for years. Updated every time someone asked for help. It was a simple table. 6 columns: date, recipient, amount, purpose, repayment terms, repaid. Every single row had the same entry in that last column. $0. I opened the file and looked at it like I was seeing it for the first time. 12 years. 47 transactions. The earliest, June 2011. Mom and Dad, roof repair emergency, $4,100. Terms, repay within 6 months. Never repaid. The biggest, August 2019. Mom and Dad, property tax shortfall, $7,000. Terms, repay when condo sells. The condo sold 3 months later. I got a thank you card. I scrolled to the summary tab. The one I built with pivot tables and year-over-year trends. Total loan to parents, $31,400. Total loan to Jenna, $8,200. Total loan to extended family for co-signed emergencies, $15,160. Grand total, $54,760. Every single one described as temporary. Every single one a promise. I looked at the repayment column. Conditional formatting had turned every cell red. Not one was green. Not one. I sat back. They wanted $9,800 from me. I was already in the hole by $54,000. And that didn't include interest. I still didn't reply to the group chat. Thursday morning, my mom called twice. I didn't pick up. She left a voicemail. I don't know what's gotten into you. Your father hasn't slept. His blood pressure is through the roof. If you can't be part of this family, maybe you shouldn't expect to be in the will. Call me. An hour later, Jenna posted on Facebook. She didn't name me. She didn't have to. It's so sad when people care more about money than family. Heartbroken today. 47 likes. 23 comments. All from relatives. So sorry, Jenna. You deserve better. Praying for you. My cousin Melissa, who'd texted me, just pay it, it's not worth the drama, liked the post. My uncle commented, family first, always. My phone buzzed again. A text from my dad. Contractor says if we don't put down the deposit by tomorrow at noon, he's moving to another job. We'll lose the entire summer. Is that what you want? I looked at the screen. Then at my laptop. The spreadsheet was still open. $54,760. 12 years. 47 promises. I opened my email archives. I searched. Pay you back. 132 results. I searched. Just this once. 79 results. I searched. We're good for it. 41 results. Every single email, every single text, saved. I took a breath. And I made a choice. I wasn't going to argue anymore. I wasn't going to explain. I was going to invoice. Before I built the invoice, I wanted to be sure. I went back further. April 2018. Email thread. Subject line, condo sale and family debts. My dad had sent it to me and my sister. Good news, we're closing on the condo next month. After we pay off the mortgage, we should clear about $187,000. Once that money hits, we'll settle up with everyone who helped us over the years. You've both been so generous. I'd replied with a summary of what they owed me. $12,000 at that point. My dad wrote back, absolutely. We'll make things right. The condo closed in May. I have the settlement statement. They netted $192,000. 2 months later, July 2019, my parents wired $60,000 to Jenna. Down payment for her house. I got a text. Thank you for always being so supportive. We love you. No wire transfer, no check. A thank you text. I clicked on the bank record I'd saved. The one Jenna had sent in the family group chat a year later, bragging about her new house. The timestamp on my parents' wire, July 16th, 2019. $60,000. They hadn't forgotten to pay me back. They'd chosen not to. They had the money. They gave it to Jenna. That's when I knew. This wasn't about memory. It was about priority. And I wasn't one. I needed to talk to someone outside the family fog. I called my cousin Ryan. He'd stopped coming to family events 5 years ago. "Let me guess," he said. "They want money and they're mad you're hesitating." "How'd you know?" "Because they did the same thing to me. 30,000 over 8 years. I finally said no and got cut out. Best decision I ever made." "Why do they do this?" He laughed. It wasn't a happy sound. "Because you're the strong one. Jenna's the one who needs help. You're supposed to give, she's supposed to receive. That's the family story. They wrote it when you were kids and they've never rewritten it. But I need help sometimes too. Not in their story, you don't. In their story, you're the successful one. You have extra. And family need beats your savings account every single time." I closed my eyes. They really believe it, don't they? 100%. It's not malice. It's entitlement wrapped in love. They think your money is their emergency fund. And they'll keep asking until you shut the fund down. After we hung up, I sat in the dark for a long time. My parents weren't villains. They just saw me as a resource. And Jenna? She'd learned young that tears worked better than saving. I couldn't change how they saw me, but I could change the transaction. I opened a fresh document, and I started typing. I spent Thursday night building an invoice. I used the same template I use for work: professional, clean, impossible to dismiss as emotional. Header: outstanding family loans, summary and repayment options. Line items: 47 rows, date, description, amount, agreed repayment terms. Outstanding balance: June 2011. Roof repair emergency, $4,100. Repayment within 6 months. Outstanding, $4,100. August 2019. Property tax shortfall, $7,000. Repayment upon condo sale. Outstanding, $7,000. Every single transaction, documented, dated, undeniable. I added a subtotal row for each year. Then a grand total at the bottom, $54,760. I calculated interest at 3%. Below market rate. Family discount. Adjusted total, $61,450. Then I added payment options. Option 1, lump sum within 30 days. Option 2, payment plan, $500 per month for 10 years. Option 3, mutual debt forgiveness. They forgive my supposed $9,800 lake house obligation. I forgive their $61,450 debt. We call it even, and I cease all future lending. I wrote a cover letter. 2 paragraphs. Calm. Professional. As I consider your request for $9,800, I wanted to provide context on our existing financial relationship. Please find attached an itemized summary of outstanding family loans. I'm happy to discuss a repayment plan that works for everyone. I saved it as a PDF. Then I hovered my cursor over the group chat. 25 people? I took a breath, and I hit send. I sent it at 11:47 p.m. Then I turned off my phone and went to bed. I slept better than I had in weeks. When I turned my phone back on Friday morning, I had 89 notifications. The group chat had exploded. My Aunt Carol, 2:18 a.m. Is this real? My cousin Brett, 2:21 a.m. Holy hell. Jenna, 2:24 a.m. This is disgusting. You kept receipts on your own family? My cousin Melissa, the one who told me to just pay it, 2:41 a.m. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Uncle Jim, 7:03 a.m. Wait, they owe you $61,000? My mom, 7:15 a.m. These were gifts. You can't just retroactively call them loans. I typed one reply. The receipts include the terms we agreed on at the time. If you'd like, I can forward the original texts and emails where repayment was promised. Silence for 6 minutes. Then my Uncle Richard spoke up. He's an accountant. I just opened the attachment. This is legitimate documentation. Every entry is sourced and verifiable. If repayment terms were discussed, these aren't gifts. They're loans. My mom tried again. This is a private family matter. We shouldn't be discussing it in a group chat. I replied immediately. I agree. The lake house renovation bill was also a private matter, but it was sent to this same group chat as a public demand. I'm simply providing public context. My dad finally chimed in. We need to talk privately. I took a breath. Then I typed the message I'd been rehearsing all morning. No, this is a family matter, and you made it public when you sent a $9,800 bill to 25 people. Here's my counteroffer. You can repay the $61,450. Or we can write off both debts and move forward with a new boundary. I'm no longer the family bank. No more loans. No more emergencies. Your choice. But I need an answer by noon. That was your original deadline. I hit send. 17 people saw it in the first minute. My younger cousin Anna, the one in college, replied, "Honestly, this seems fair." 3 relatives left the group chat. Jenna sent one more message. "You're dead to me." Then she blocked me. My parents didn't reply. Not Friday. Not Saturday. On Sunday, my mom tried to call. I let it go to voicemail. I was done negotiating. A week later, my dad sent an email. Not a text, an email. Subject line, "I'm sorry." He said he hadn't realized how much they'd asked for over the years. That it had never felt like a big deal in the moment. That he was embarrassed. He offered to repay $10,000 immediately and $500 a month after that. I read it twice. Then I replied, "Keep the money. But I'm out of the family bank business. No more loans. No more emergencies. If you need financial help, hire a planner. I'll be your daughter. Not your ATM." He wrote back one line. Fair. My mom sent a card 2 days later, Hallmark, flowers on the front. Inside, she'd written, "I'm sorry I took advantage of your generosity. I love you. No check. No Venmo." But for the first time, an acknowledgement. Jenna never apologized. She told half the family I was cruel and vindictive. The other half stayed quiet. A few cousins reached out privately. One told me she'd been hiding her own family loan fatigue for years. My invoice gave her permission to say no. The lake house renovation? Canceled. My parents went with a smaller contractor and paid in cash. Deck only, no kitchen. I didn't go up that summer. For the first time in a decade, I didn't feel guilty about it. I felt relief. I took the money I would have spent on their emergency and did something different. I opened a $529 education fund for my nephew. Not Jenna's kids, my other sister's son. I set it up as an irrevocable trust. My parents can't touch it. No one can. It's protected. Just like I should have been. I still have the spreadsheet. I'll never need it again. But I'll never delete it either. Because here's what I learned. Love isn't measured in dollars. But respect is measured in boundaries. You can be generous and still say no. You can love your family and still audit the relationship. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do is stop enabling the pattern. My family adapted. Some relationships got stronger because they finally got honest. Some ended. That's okay too. I'm not the family ATM anymore. I'm just a daughter who knows her worth. And no one gets to bill me for that. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization for educational purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. If you're in a similar situation, talk to a licensed professional. Now, your turn. Have you ever been the family ATM? What was the moment you finally closed the account? Drop your story in the comments. I read everyone. And if this video helped you see your own situation more clearly, hit that subscribe button. You're not alone. You're not selfish. And you're not wrong for protecting your peace. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.